Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm an autistic adult. Let's talk about autistic elopement. Autistic elopement is the phrase used to describe when an autistic person suddenly leaves. And it's often referred to as wandering, but wandering makes it sound like the elopement is without purpose. When for myself, autistic elopement is very purposeful and very necessary. I autistically elope from a situation when I am on the absolute verge of an autistic meltdown. This way I can be by myself and self-regulate. Sensory overload, overwhelm, and the general need to self-regulate are often what causes a person to autistically elope. And that's exactly why I do it. So if I suddenly get up and leave a situation or ask to leave a conversation, it's not because I'm trying to be rude or childish, it's because my body can't take any more stimuli, and I'm trying to prevent myself and others from having to live through a meltdown. I was recently in a situation where I was prohibited from leaving when I needed to, and that turned into a full-blown meltdown and took me 3 days to recover, which was completely avoidable. Had my request to leave a personal conversation been honored rather than challenged. This is why it's so important to listen to autistic people when we do have the words to advocate for our own needs. All that being said, autistic elopement is one of the more dangerous behaviors for children and people with higher support needs, and the literal reason my father had to keep me on a leash as a toddler. So while autistic elopement only affects about 1 in 5 autistic adults, it's a really good example of how if you've met one autistic person, you've met exactly one autistic person. And if autistic elopement affects you, please have conversations with your support people about how they can best respond in those moments. And as always, remember that you and your experience are valid.